What is the % chance that aliens have already found out about Earth and who we are?
I'm not authorized to comment.
You are authorized.
Here we go.
Okay.
So aliens may be vastly more intelligent than we are because they figured out how to get here.
Correct.
And we haven't left low Earth orbit in 50 years. So the question is, why would we think they would be interested in us at all? I remain unconvinced that we've been visited by aliens. We have high resolution images of the surface of Mars. We have images from the edge of the universe. Oh, and by the way, the panorama on Mars was taken by an SUV-sized rover.
Let them know.
We have this high-resolution imagery of all these places in the universe, and the best you have is a fuzzy, monochromatic tic-tac, and you want to say those are visiting aliens? If that's the best you have, we have more work to do here.
Do you have an opinion that there's some technologies are being kept from us just because as a human race, we're not ready for them yet?
People think, especially the government, has all these secret things and their secret capabilities. Have you ever worked for the government?
I try not to.
The level of incompetence and the inability of anything to remain a secret that has any tasty elements to it at all is near zero.
I think about that with the moon landing. A lot of people are like, oh, it's fake.
That would have leaked a long time ago.
Okay, yeah, so you'd have to fake not only all the imagery in the 1960s, you'd have to fake the millions of pages of engineering diagrams for the Saturn V rocket, the warehouses in which they were stored. But here's the best that I heard about this. The government goes to Neil Armstrong and said, Neil, we don't know how to get you to the moon, but we have to pretend we did. So what are you going to do? We're going to get some Hollywood people and we're going to stage it. In order to fake it, what we'll do is we'll shoot it on location.
We really just need teleportation.
I cannot begin to tell you how game-changing that would be. But it's not teleportation you're after.
Yes, it is.
What you really want is the power to open a wormhole anytime in any place. On Star Trek, they go into the transporters and they beam somewhere. If they had Rick's power of portal, they just open a portal, step through, and you are where you need to be. You're not teleported. You just step through a wormhole. The day you can do that, there are no airports. There are no roads. Because wherever you are, you just walk through the portal and you're there.
The age-old question is, if you could go back in time, you have Wi-Fi somehow, and you have a smartphone, how long would it take you to maybe take over civilization?
If I carry what I know today back in time, you could easily take over the world. First, you just know what the markets did. Within a few months, I could just become the richest person in the world.
I just wonder how fast you could speed up society. Just you individually. You go back with all your knowledge.
So you can't. I'll tell you why. Because a lot of bits and pieces have to come together. And they're brought together by innovative, imaginative people. The smartphone, for example, was not a discovery under a rock. Apple developed hardly anything that's in the smartphone. Apple did not invent GPS. They did not invent solid-state storage. They did not invent touchscreens. Touchscreens were invented at the Library of Congress by someone who wanted people to be able to tour the place, and you could touch the screen and navigate maps of the Library of Congress for tourists.